Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. The time has finally come. It is time to decorate for Christmas. I am beyond excited. I can't even tell you. I woke up in just the most chipper mood and I'm so excited. And last night, my husband and my teenage son and I brought up all of my Christmas bins for the most part. I think there might be one or two downstairs that have like extra garland and that kind of thing, but we brought up everything. I'm just staring at it. I stared at it all morning while I was on the bike getting ready and just so very excited for this year. And yesterday I went and did a little bit of shopping with my friend Stacy. We went to the Christmas barn and we went to Scranton's, our favorite antique shop, and I found a couple of more cute little items. So I'm just really excited. Hope you guys are excited too. I'm going to have to break this Christmas decorating down into multiple videos because there's just so much that I want to decorate. So definitely going to be probably about 3 videos is my guess. But for today, in this video, we're going to focus primarily on my family room and getting that all squared away and get the Christmas tree up. And I'm so excited. So glad you guys are here. 'Tis the season and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my friends, here's a look at my family room before we get started. And here are all of the Christmas bins that my husband, son, and I brought up from the basement. Lots and lots of beautiful things for us to put out today. I also just want to take a second to acknowledge that this video is late and I have quite a nasally voice today because I unfortunately got the flu and it knocked me straight on my tush for a couple of days, but I'm happy to be back up and running. We're going to get started by putting up the Christmas tree. I can't even begin to tell you how much I love this Christmas tree. This is year 3, I believe, with this tree. I believe. I can't remember if I got it last year or the year before, but needless to say, I absolutely adore this tree. It is a Real Touch tree. I'll have it linked for you down below. And last I checked, it was on sale. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is 7.5 feet, and I love how sparse it is. And I'm able to put ornaments all the way deep into the tree. We do a very nostalgic family tree with lots of homemade ornaments and ornaments that, have come along the years. And so I like that there's lots of space for us to put more and more every year. I'm grabbing my dish gloves here. These I use when I wash dishes sometimes. And I'm using these to spend some time just fluffing the tree. Definitely take your time when you use an artificial tree to fluff it until it cannot be fluffed anymore. This is what's going to make it look full and more real. And I use the gloves. I saw this as a trick on Instagram a few years back, and it helps to just prevent all those faux needles from attacking your hands. If you have sensitive skin like I do, this works perfectly. There is something so sweet about a Christmas tree. I don't know if it's because it's the staple in most Christmas decor and it comes out every year. I can't think of a single Christmas that I didn't have a beautiful tree. My mom always did such a gorgeous job. In fact, her trees look like something you'd see in a Macy's window, just so very beautiful. So I don't know if the Christmas tree is just nostalgic for me or what it is, but this always is the first thing to go up when it comes to decor. And I feel like it just sets the mood and just unlocks that Christmas spirit, and you just can't help but smile. I love the Christmas tree so much. Here's another close-up look of the Christmas tree. I can't even begin to tell you how many compliments I get on this tree every single year. So many of my friends that are born and raised New Englanders are shocked to hear that this is artificial because it looks so real. It's got these real touch tips like this, and the artificial inside, even though it is very artificial on the inside, that nice pop of brown helps to just make it look a little more real. I don't know what it is. There's just something so very sweet about this tree. It is an unlit tree. I do put the lights on myself every year, but I prefer to have an unlit tree. To me, it's just easier to replace the lights if they're not working, and I can control how much lights I'm putting on. I don't like a ton of light, just enough to make it glow at night, and that's what we're going to do next. Last Christmas, I invested in some of these great light holders that you can put your lights away on, and these were so great. They came with these rings inside to help wrap your lights around them, and it saved me a ton of time this year. I did not have to go back in and untangle the Christmas lights. This was great. I will link these for you down below if you're in need of something like this. I would highly recommend these. They're very, very affordable, and they really did help to keep things untangled. Here's a look at the tree with the lights already on. They are not twinkling despite what you see in this clip. That's just the love of LED lights and the camera. And next up, I'm going to put on this popcorn garland that I picked up last year. This to me just contributes to that nostalgic vintage vibe that I have going for Christmas this year. And let's be honest, every year. I just love this look so much. The one thing you're not going to see in today's video is my family and I putting up all of our ornaments. That is a family tradition that we will only do when we're all together. And unfortunately, with everybody's schedules being so crazy, my daughter being a working CNA, my oldest son being in football all the time, my younger kiddos with birthday parties and practices, we had to do this on a random night at like 7:45 right before bedtime. So I will share with you in a future video how the tree turned out once all of the decorations were on. Next up, I'm bringing back in this large vintage crock. I wanted to cover up where we have the tree plugged in. I have these beautiful antique spindles that I picked up at Scranton's recently, my favorite antique shop in Woodstock, Connecticut. And I'm stuffing in this tree skirt that I had picked up at Hobby Lobby a few years back. It has that beautiful red stripe and another blanket, just tucking that down inside. And then I'm going to place some bells along with a super cute plastic Santa. On the other side of the tree, I have this beautiful 100-year-old chair that I picked up at a antique store in Chepachet, Rhode Island, and I'm placing this sweet little towel on the chair. This is from the Rachel Ashwell Farmhouse line, and that super sweet Santa pillow that I picked up at Target, I believe last year or the year before. I love how this turned out. I think it looks so very sweet. To my TV buffet, I am adding this fun palm garland that I picked up at, I believe, Michael's, either Michael's or Hobby Lobby. Pretty sure it was Michael's. I can't say no to a cute palm garland, especially one this sweet and big and red. I love it. I have this sweet little countdown from Target that I picked up last year, and I'm also bringing in this antique little wooden house that I picked up in Woodstock as well. I love this. It's so beautiful, and the top does come off. I'm also going to bring in one of my favorite items from this year, and that is this wax warmer from Walmart. I am plugging it in underneath the cabinet here, and I'm going to bring my philodendron plant back up. This is going to allow for me to burn wax melts all throughout the season in the cutest way. Earlier this year, I added this little shelf from Magnolia, and I decided to add a couple of fun little pieces to it. I've got that sweet little Santa picture, and I recently picked up this Santa moon piece from eBay. I love this. It was made in the 90s. It's so cute. And I'm also bringing in these beautiful faux taper candles from Amazon. Moving over to the blanket ladder on the other side of the family room. This blanket ladder is from Hobby Lobby, and I'm starting off here with a tree skirt that I picked up last year that I didn't end up using, and I'm layering with that this beautiful homemade stocking. My mom made these for us. We have matching ones for everyone in the family. I don't put those up until right before Christmas, but we're going to put one over here. I'm also going to layer in this cute little pom-pom garland, bringing in a little picture that I picked up this year from Hobby Lobby, and we're just going to add a couple of fun little sprigs into the stocking for some added color and texture. Moving over to the peg rail, I wanted to keep this area really simple so that it didn't feel overwhelming, because I had some bigger ideas for other areas in my home that I wanted to just completely fill with decor, and I didn't want it to become too much. So I'm starting off with just some Norfolk pine garland from Kirkland's. I asked Danny to come help me because I felt like I was going to fall backwards because I had a very limited space with all of that new decor behind the sofa. So he's helping me out here so I don't fall off the step stool, and I'm just going to drape this across the top of these frames. And I'm also going to hang one of these little cranberry wreaths that I picked up this year from Joann's. I love the color that this brings. I also have this super sweet countdown from Michael's a few years ago, and these trees from Hobby Lobby. And I also found this really cool little fabric ball at Scranton's this weekend. I thought it was very cool and unique, something I'd never seen before. I'm also going to layer in a few antique books just to finish off this side of the peg rail. To the other side, I'm bringing in another antique book, these sweet little reindeer that I picked up last year at Walmart. I love the nostalgic feel of those, and these trees from Michael's. Now we're going to move over to the sofa table, and I'm bringing in another cool Santa find. This is from Walmart. It's technically a tree topper. He lights up, but I'm bringing him in down here under my sofa table, along with some sprigs of greenery and some rustic bells that I picked up online last year. I love how that Santa turned out. Moving over to the other side, I'm stuffing a red blanket into a galvanized pail here from Hobby Lobby, and I'm bringing in this antique sled that I picked up last year after the season. I also have this Merry Christmas sign that I picked up from Home Goods this year. I think it's so sweet, and I'm just trying to make room for everything. I did end up pulling the table out a little bit, but I did rearrange this side to make everything fit a little better. It felt a little bit crowded. I also brought in that sweet little faux book I got this year from Browns & Hopkins General Store, and some more of those little rusty bells. And to the other side here, I decided to take the wire cloche off, and I brought in this sweet little miniature Red Ryder wagon that I picked up 101 years ago from Hobby Lobby. I know they still carry them. This was in my boys' room as decor, and I'm using it now to hold my little philodendron plant, and I'm going to put that Merry Christmas sign back up. I love how this turned out. I think it's so sweet and brings in such a little bit of charm. I love it. Moving to the top portion of the sofa table now, I'm going to start off with more of that popcorn garland that I love so much. If I can find one similar, I will link it for you down in the description box below, along with anything else that I can link from today's video. On the top of the sofa table, I'm going to start off by bringing in this little vintage countdown from Walmart this year. And I also made a little bow out of ticking stripe ribbon that I'm going to add to this galvanized pail that I picked up at Scranton's Antiques. To the other side, I'm bringing in some sprigs of greenery that fell off of some of my garland, along with these beautiful gold pomegranates that I picked up last year with a little bit more of that ticking stripe ribbon. And here in the center, I'm bringing in this sleigh that I bought last year. I added a sweet little ribbon and a wreath to it, and we're going to finish the space off with a beautiful background on my TV. That's going to wrap up this first Christmas Decorate with Me. Make sure you're subscribed. Come back for more. I've got another one coming your way tomorrow, and we'll have a home tour tying it all together at the end. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'll see you in the next one.